This is LA Kings Fan Talk with Rodney, Rob, Darren, Mike, and Joe. All right. It's that time of year again. Here we go with our LA Kings versus Edmonton Oilers playoff preview, part 3. Rob, quick question for you. What were your first thoughts when you heard the Kings would be facing the Oilers in round 1 for the third straight year?
It's what I wanted, so I was actually happy. People that wanted Dallas, I don't get it.
People wanted Dallas?
There's a lot of people out there that wanted Dallas.
I know a lot of
The
people
real
wanted
pipe dream
Vancouver.
was Vancouver, yeah. But it turned into a pipe dream really close to the end of the season.
Yeah, but I don't think there was really a chance for us to play Vancouver.
Yeah.
It was going to be Dallas or Edmonton, right? Heck, I mean, let's exercise some demons here. This is our chance. This is our chance to go out there. You know, third time's the charm. Everyone's saying. I just don't like us. I don't like any matchup, but out of all the matchups, screw it. If every single matchup we have sucks, well then let's beat the team I hate the most right now, just so it'd be that much more satisfying.
Right.
Yep.
And if we don't win, well then it's just another. We can't beat the Oilers. Oh well, right? It's to me it's that's
make
like
make better decisions in the offseason, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here watching all the games already so far, you know, game ones of all the games. Every single team finishes checks. They got that great, and we are the most non-finishing check team. I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
We're going to get cheap shotted and beat up by Nurse and Kane, and then Dreisaitl's just going to be his usual cunty self. And I'm going to get all frustrated, and hopefully when it's all said and done, we win. That way it'll just be so satisfying, but glutton for punishments here.
What were your thoughts, Darren?
Yeah, I kind of echo Rob, where it's like all the matchups were bad in a sense that we could face. And so let's do Edmonton. And like you said, if we lose, like we just can't beat them, it's fine. They have 2 of the best 4 players in the world. It's not that big. It's not the word escapes me, but it's not that bad to lose to the team led by the best player. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I think part of the reason why the matchups never felt great is someone posted a stat and it was like all playoff teams with their playoff percentage or points percentage versus other playoff teams, and the Kings were last. They were below Washington. They were dead last in that, and I think that's why every matchup feels bad, and it's why this season has kind of felt a little, I don't know, meh. You know, like it just feels like we beat up on the bad teams, and we kind of are 50-50 against the good teams, whether we show up or not.
Right. That's all part of the Kings' plan to, just show that we're a regular season mediocre team, but in the playoffs, all of a sudden we become this playoff beast, right? That's what we're hoping for.
We're rope-a-doping
a
little bit. Yeah, I could see it.
So, Darren, along those lines, how do you feel that this year's Kings team compares to the last couple of seasons?
I think we're more talented, but for some reason we just don't feel better. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it just doesn't translate to the ice. We have more talent all over the ice, but it's not coming out. It's not showing. So, and that's the hope, right? Is we flick a switch and we're right there and we could compete with Edmonton. And it's going to come down to, can we out depth them? Our depth guys have to be better than their guys. And I think we could do it. I mean, if Fiala and Dubois and Byfield can provide that depth scoring, since they're apparently our 3rd and 4th line guys, like, that's great. Let's do it. But they have to show it.
Right. What do you think, Rob?
Yep, it's I think with Dubois on paper, Byfield having his 20-goal breakout season, health going into the playoffs this year as opposed to last year, I think we are a better team for the playoffs this year than we were last year. However, how easy is it to be better than first round exit? I mean, what are we talking here? There's going to be some serious thinking here by the organization if it's another first round exit by the same team, and if it gets any worse, because we went 7 games and 6 games the last 2 years. If Edmonton comes in and boat race us with a supposed better roster, a healthy roster, then what are we saying? What are we doing?
Right.
So
Yep.
I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to watch. I'm not going to be critical. I'm just going to watch, man. I'm going to root my ass off and pray for the best. And
Same.
Yep.
One thing is, though, that game 1 of the playoffs will be the first time all year the Kings have their entire lineup available. First time all year. And so at least to start the series, the Kings will be injury-free for the first time in the last 3 seasons, really. So
Yep.
we'll see how that translates.
if here's my issue. If Pierre-Luc Dubois cannot dominate their third line center, whether it's who
Or
Ryan
fourth
McLeod-
line. Right now, they're set to be the fourth line. Yeah.
Okay, either way, right? But that's how you, when you watch Cup champions, you always look at their third and fourth lines and you see how much they dominated opposing teams' third and fourth lines. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
And then you have to get some inspired play in between the pipes there and see what happens. This is Pierre-Luc Dubois' make it or break it. He's either going to be our savior and he made us better and we won a playoff series and went, or he is a bust.
This is what we signed him for, right?
Yep.
To play against McDavid. Like, we got him to have the triple-headed beast on the middle. And we didn't realize that included Lizotte as the third head. But
I would like the Oilers to just run him I would like the Oilers to just run PLD into the boards a couple times and piss him off.
Piss him off, right?
Yeah, because only when he's pissed off does he play okay. And I could easily see that happening. So, you guys saw the Kings' potential lineups for the first game. What do you guys think? Laffy, Kopi, can't be on that first line. You good with that? What do you think, Darren?
I don't know. I feel like we tried that earlier in the season. It was kind of meh, wasn't it? Like, it didn't really.
So thumbs down from Darren. What do you think, Rob?
I'm okay. I like the spreading of the lines.
I like putting the rookie with a couple vets like that. That's
sure. Yeah. But what it does is it makes our third line that much better.
Our third line of Lizotte, Lewis, and Fiala you're talking about.
With Fiala we've talked about this at length, about Fiala being able to play with anyone and everyone and still being able to carry the offense. You know, if you got a guy like Fiala on a third line, you could call it third line all you want. It's not a third line. It's Kevin Fiala out there.
Right.
I don't care what number you put on there. And he's a human highlight reel.
And finally a healthy Kevin Fiala.
He could go out there and put a puck in a net at any given time off broken plays.
Yep.
And if he's doing it, when he has been down on the third line throughout the season, you know, they've experimented with that throughout. He was producing down there, unlike someone else, dead horse, beat. He knows how to dominate other teams' third line players. And I'm all for it. So if Leferrier's up on the first line and it allows our third line to get an extra guy like Fiala put down there, let's do it.
And I do like a Byfield playing the wing with PLD. Change it up, give us some speed on that line. And then, of course, we have our solid line all season. Well, since Arvidsson's come back with Deneau, Arvidsson, and more. So, yeah.
I like the spreading of all the lines. You know, are you seriously calling Byfield and Dubois a fourth line?
That's how it's
I think
listed.
that's how it was listed. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care what numbers you're calling any of this stuff.
We'll see. We'll see. The time on ice will tell us.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then we got our same defense. We've been rolling for the last couple months here.
I'll quote Darren already since he said it a couple times. Our defense.
Yeah. What do you think about our defensive pairings there, Darren?
I mean, they are what we've been used to. Like it's, I don't know. I don't think we don't have a game breaker back there, and I think it'd be nice to have someone like Clark, Rob's boy. But
Hold on, Darren. I just got a text from Jim Hiller, and he said he's feeling sick. He might need you to do the defensive pairings on Monday night. What would you do differently?
I wouldn't do anything differently with the current setup. I mean, it would be nice to have Clark in the lineup. I think he would provide. What did he play? Like 10 games. He scored 2 goals. I mean, I don't know. I would like to have seen him highlighted a little bit more this season.
How are the Reign going to win the Calder Cup? The Calder Cup.
True.
Without Clark.
Yeah, true.
So you are
and Turcotte and Akil Thomas.
Right.
And, yeah.
So you are a England over Moverari for the playoffs guy.
I'm fine with either. I don't think it matters as much as people make it out to be. Like, I don't think it's as big of a deal who's there. I think they're relatively close in how they impact the games. That I don't think it matters as much.
So now that Hiller,
Rob disagrees with me. I think Rob disagrees.
No, I'm sorry. Vancouver just scored. Vancouver just scored to take the lead 3-2, and the place is going nuts. I'm just
okay.
I actually agree with you a lot, Darren. So I haven't tweeted in a couple months. I would say just people just
the negativity towards
out
it
to be so. It's like, and who are we to say our opinion's even better than theirs, right?
Just a bunch of dumb fans.
We're just friends talking to each other about the team we love, right?
Yep.
So we got 3 goalies on the team, Darren. Since you're taking over for Hiller, what goalie are you starting?
Ooh.
You gonna throw a Dell in there, throw everything off?
No. I would probably play Talbot because he's been the guy for the whole season, but I don't think
short leash.
It's not even about short leash. It's just, I mean, if Talbot plays well, he keeps playing. If he doesn't play well, like it's not a short leash. It's just, do we win? Do we lose? Is it because of him? Is it not because of him? If it's not because of him, then we keep playing him. You know what I mean? And I don't think we can go wrong. I think they were 8th and 14th in goals saved over expected or whatever the stat is. And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, I think Rittich was a little bit better, but Talbot played more of the games and probably deserves the starting nod. But I don't think you could go wrong with either guy.
All right. What do you think,
Darren's on fire today.
Darren's
Everything he's saying, he's on fire.
I did some studying.
Mikey's probably rolling over right now going, what the hell did he just say? We don't have a game breaker on the back end? Drew Doughty's not a game breaker? He's pissed off right now that you said that.
Yeah. But he's going to pop on the Zoom right now.
Yeah.
All right. Oilers lineup. Which line would you most like to see accidentally run into each other and injure themselves? Just kidding. I think I know what Rob would say.
Nurse. Just nursing anybody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
So if we're at home and we can pick what lines we're playing against, which one of our three lines do you put against McDavid? Is it going to be the damn line? The mad line?
I think they've shown in the past it's been Deneau and McDavid, right? And then they do Kopitar against Draisaitl because, well, I don't think Deneau can match McDavid's speed end to end. I think in the short area he's able to stick with him a little bit better than they think he can stick with him better than Kopitar can, and Kopitar matches up against Draisaitl with the strength a little bit more. That's what they've done in the past. It hasn't worked, so maybe they need to try something different and throw Lazard against McDavid and just say, "Let's go, man!" Like
It might be
go
the
get
reason
him.
why Leferrier is playing with Kopitar right now. You know, we're gonna just let Deneau do his thing. You know, if there's one thing Deneau always does is he is tenacious as hell when playing defense. He loves shutting down other centers. That's one of his favorite things to do. So
Yeah,
but I think Kopi with putting Leferrier with Kopi now with that and play them against Draisaitl. I think that might I like that matchup.
yeah,
Because Draisaitl's going to be probably playing with Nugent Hopkins, probably,
yeah,
and Fogel, and I think Kempe and Leferrier match up well on the wings with those guys.
for sure.
I think we'll be all right there. It's just going to be poor Deneau. It's not
Right.
it can't be fun to know you're going up against McDavid.
Yeah,
Because he's going to score. We're not going to shut him out for 7 games,
Right, for
right?
sure.
That's
no.
not going to happen.
No.
But
I mean, it'd be a great series if we kept him to like 10 points over a 7-game stretch,
right,
that rate. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
so
How many minutes into the first game before Perry accidentally on purpose runs into the goalie? Runs into Talbot.
it'll be like 18 minutes, but that's because that's his first shift.
Nice.
So 0 minutes for him played, but 18 minutes.
And everyone's favorite player, Evander Kane, coming back. Looks like he'll be healthy, good to go from that sports hernia.
Yeah, Jamie didn't get surgery.
Yeah, he actually has
That's
not.
where I'm wondering what they're going to do with Kane. Are they going to put him with McDavid on that top line? Are they going to put him with Draisaitl and move Nugent Hopkins up to the top line?
I mean, I'm sure they'll eventually do something like that. To start, they're gonna have him down on like the third line or fourth line with Carrick
With
and
Corey
Janmark.
Perry?
No, with Carrick and Janmark, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Because Perry is gonna have the kid Holloway up there on his wing. Because he came up kind of like Akil Thomas and started doing really good. And instead of sending him back down to the minors, they said, "Hey, let's roll him in game 1 of the playoffs." Unlike what we did with Akil, but so yeah, McLeod, Perry, and Holloway on that third line. Of course, that's just to start the game. We'll see what happens after that.
Yeah,
Keys to beating Skinner. Get the puck past them, right? Traffic, shots on goal, dirty goals. No more of this overpassing that we were trying to do the last couple months of the season. Just get the puck on goal. Look for rebounds.
I mean, I play hockey when I play direct to the net. I call it caveman hockey. Like everything's going to the net.
Oh yeah, we've
There's
heard
no
about that.
fancy
We've heard
stuff.
about you.
Yeah, it's just, and I want to see the Kings adopt that a little bit more. I know that's kind of our style, anyways. Like we take whatever shots available to us, but we need to get people to the net in addition to the pucks. And I think the teams that do that are the teams that are successful in the NHL, like Vegas, Florida, all those teams. Like look at them last year. That's all they did. So
Should do some kind of a penalty system to where if you have a wide open shot and you choose to pass it, you're benched for the rest of that period. See how long that lasts.
Be no one left to put on the ice.
Right. I mean, I'm sure Arvidsson would still be out there.
Yep,
Sure.
that's for sure.
It's prediction time. Who do you got, and in how many games? Darren.
I'm going to take the Kings in 7.
So, win it and watch Edmonton
Yeah.
run out onto the streets and destroy
Yeah,
the town. It's
right.
kind of right because they lost Game 7. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Rob, what do you got?
Kings in 6. Something weird's going to happen. And just Edmonton's going to choose the wrong time to just have a really crappy 5-game slump here.
I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to say the Oilers lose in 7 games. So, Kings in 7 for me.
Wow.
Like it.
You guys understand we have to say the Kings, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I truly feel there's just something. I just think the Oilers, they're just going to have they're just destined to just be shitty.
I'm hoping they look past us. They're like, we beat the Kings all the time. We're good. We got
Yeah,
this.
hey, it's easy. Ho hum. We do this every year. Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
And they're just going to be flat, and they just not going to recover. Skinner is overrated. He's going to have a couple blunders. He's going to blow a game. We're going to boat race him a game. I just let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go,
Kings
Kings.
in 6. Kings in 6, baby.
I, based on the way the Kings have been playing this year, I'm like, there's no way this team is going to win the cup. But we can freaking beat the Oilers. I don't care if we lose the next series, get swept. As long as we beat the Oilers, I'm good for this year. Of course, if that happens, then I'll be like, yeah, we're going all the way. But you know how it is.
100%.
Yep. Because if we could beat the Oilers, we could beat anybody, right?
We
Exactly.
just beat the 2 of the best players in the league. We got this. Dallas who? Yeah.
Who's going to bang? So I'm educating my son about this stuff. He's really into it. He's really into the Kings. And I'm trying to explain to him what it was like to see King, Nolan, Dustin Brown, Matt Green, Scuderi. You just guys that just bang, 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 bang.
We had those teams were just so full of guys with leadership qualities. We had like 5 guys on the team that could be captains for other teams, and they played physical on top of it. I mean, man, I miss those days.
I would love to see. I just want to see guys finish. That's all.
Yeah.
Hell, even Willie Mitchell we got him in his older years. He still banged around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was he, 35 when we had him, and he was throwing his body around. It's like Justin Williams, even though he, it's not a big hitter, he was in corners throwing body around. Just
I think Scuderi might have even hip checked somebody at some point. I don't remember.
We even picked up Robin Reguer for the second one, right? And he bang.
Yeah.
It's part of my complaint with Blake standing still this trade deadline of like, why didn't we go get someone who could play a third, fourth line role to do that for us? You're not going to have to spend a first round pick for that guy. Send him send him Chromiak and, whatever, like a second round pick.
Don't be sending him my boy Chromiak. What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like send a second round or third round pick.
I said Hiller called off sick, not Rob Blake.
But I'm just saying, like, this is why, because we definitely needed someone to augment, and I like Grenstrom, but I don't think he fulfills that role to the fullest extent. Like he has dips and valleys with that, right? Or peaks and valleys with that, right? Where like there's some games where you see him bang a lot, and then there's other games where he's non-existent. It's like, this is you're paid to hit people, not necessarily to score the goals. And like, I know he's a good player, but
Can
That's
we
what
get
we need
you
out of
in
that
for the
spot.
pregame locker room speech before game one, Darren?
I'll see what I can do. I don't know how quickly I can fly up to Edmonton, but maybe they can zoom me in or something. So, what was the last time the Kings faced a team 3 consecutive years in a row in the playoffs? And what was the team?
I think I know this. So I'll let Rob go.
Detroit Red Wings?
No.
Oh, you want to know when
Rodney?
first? Like the years?
You guess the you can guess the team,
Okay.
and then if you get the team right, I'll guess some years.
Calgary?
They were close. I think they did face them 3 times in a row, but it happened more recently. It was Edmonton, and it actually happened 4 years in a row, 89 to 92, when we first got Gretzky.
Right.
And
Okay.
we won in 89, lost the last 3. But I just thought it was interesting, like, because I feel like that doesn't happen very often, the facing a team 3 times in a row like that. So, I mean, it happens a little bit more frequently with this playoff system, but yeah.
You know, I was actually texting Gretzky a little before we jumped on here, and he was thinking about coming on, but I told him about the predictions part of the show, and he did not want to have to choose between the 2 teams. So maybe a later show he'll jump on.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Kings fans, that's our show for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and elbow that notification bell. Until next time, stay classy. Go Kings, go!
Go Kings.
Screw the Oilers.